Alright, hello everyone. Today we'll be looking at Heisho Pack Otis as well as Heisho Pack Ryoshu. These characters are just so dumb. Why did they even They're basically Sank Dawn, but it's for Rupture, right? So this character have if the unit speed is faster than the targets by X or more, you gain coin power. Same for skill 2, same for skill 3, exactly the same as the Sanks. But this also has, if the target has X Rupture, you also gain coin power. So there's 2 lines of coin power on this character, which is pretty damn strong. And it also has a multiplier for damage if the target has Rupture Potency. This is speed difference times Rupture Potency. So if there's no Rupture, that means it's going to be 0. So this one is a conditional one and means that they want to be in the Rupture team to get the additional damage multiplier. But otherwise, look at this line over here. At X plus speed, they reuse the coin. At X plus speed, they deal more damage. And then at X plus speed, they reuse the coin again. Holy shit, 3 coiner, 4 coiner, and 2 coiner. I remember the trailer, we did see them get additional coinage. So this is what they meant. And you also have an aura. The aura is that you see around these characters is going to be Strider. Strider Mao is going to give you haste next turn at turn end. This is a very, very powerful buff for all of these characters here. They're able to just go fast, gain coin power, and apply the Rupture by your team or by yourself, and then after that you are able to just go and unga bunga with all of this big damage shenanigans over here. Looks extremely strong. And then furthermore, they also gave her a clashable counter, because why not? And then she gains Strider Mount from this. Her skill 3 gives her Strider Mount, her skill 2 gives her haste, then her guard skill, which can replace this skill 1 over here, gives her Strider Mount. And this also has base power increase based on speed difference, and this also has inflict Rupture Count. So if your skill 1 with no Rupture Count on it is going to make you -3 because of the reuse, then just don't use it, just use the counter instead for a maybe positive +1 or positive +2, which is going to be a +1, which is extremely good for Rupture teams. This character looks extremely strong, and you can just use this green skill over here to get your Talisman Sinclair Resonance if you wanted to. You don't have to use an ego anymore. You can just use this thing over here and then just boom, we have our green shenanigans going already. Really good stuff in this entire character's kit, and we're only looking at just the raw stuff over here. Next, we also have the passive, right? If this unit has Strider, which is here, and the target has Deathrite, which is over here, then you deal more damage for every Strider Mount. So you do have damage multiplier. What is Deathrite? Deathrite is additional Rupture Count to help you become positive. So what happens is that you apply Deathrite with this skill 3 here, and you probably need to reuse the coin to inflict additional Deathrite haste. And then after that, you need to punch the target at a certain speed, X plus speed. So most likely you do need to get the Strider Mount to activate this. I'm guessing maybe 6 speed or something like that. Then you lose Y stack and you gain Rupture Count. So the enemy will lose stacks of Deathrite and gain the Rupture Count. And once you hit 0 stacks, they will take gluttony damage equal to the potency on themselves. And you cannot gain additional stacks of this while it's already active. So this is a very powerful status that you apply to the enemy with your skill 3 to enable something like your skill 1 afterwards to go and trigger all the Rupture and pop the Deathrite, because this becomes a 3 coiner. So this is beautiful, great synergy. The kit flow is basically Strider, skill 2, skill 3. When you're ready, you just activate your skill 3, you get your Deathrite on the target, and then you activate your skill 1 to get your 3 coins onto this thing. Or if you're in Mirror Dungeon, you wait for skill 3 into skill 3 for big damage. Right? This looks very strong. Right, really good stuff. Just make sure you always have this buff on yourself activatable through here, and then make sure the target has Deathrite, which is dependent on skill 3. But hey, you do have a partner, and your partner is going to be Ryoshu. Ryoshu is going to be another Deathrite applier who also has the exact same Deathrite and Strider buffs like Otis. So the clan really is just going to follow their team basically, right? You will use Otis to apply this, and then after that you get the benefits, or you use Ryoshu to apply this, then both sides will get the benefits. And Ryoshu is even more, I would say, dumber than Otis, because if you look at Otis's skill in particular, on unopposed attack, then you inflict Rupture Count. And for this one also, on unopposed attack, then you inflict Rupture Count. If for Ryoshu, it's just win rate. Just clash win this, and clash win this. And then that will just apply the Rupture Count for you. And then look at the skill 1. Her Blink Step is Rupture Count reuse instead of Rupture Potency reuse. So that means that this skill 1 is going to be apply Rupture Count. -1 here, then +1 -1, reuse +1 -1. So it can be a 0, can be -1. So that's going to be really good, right, for this skill 1 over here. So really good stuff. Way more unga bunga than Otis. I don't have to think about replacing the skill 1 too much because of the Rupture coin on it. Then skill 2 have damage multiplier again on it. This line is from this one over here. Otis does not have that multiplier here. Then you also have coin power, same as Otis. You have gain haste next turn on use. Otis's one is on hit, and then you inflict Rupture Count on clash win. Outis is unopposed instead, and this one is 2 instants of Rupture Count, while this one is going to be Rupture Potency, but you do get Rupture Count here if you're at certain speed, and then this is Rupture Potency again. So where did that Rupture Count go? It went down here. Now your down here is Inflict Rupture Count on Clash Win and Inflict Rupture Count on hit. This one is only on unopposed attack, then you inflict the Rupture Count. So very slight differences from both characters. Ryoshu just feels even dumber because you basically press win rate and the win rate is doing the correct thing for you because you're just clashing anything, and because you're just fast and you're always winning, you are just able to apply that Rupture Count very well. You just occasionally activate Strider before you use your skill 3 or your skill 2 just so you can get the multipliers, right? So that's what is going on over here with Ryoshu. Just a slight change to the regular rotation is just use this to replace this, but you can feel free to use skill 1 as long as you're just hitting Rupture shit, because this thing is very maybe neutral or -1, and then your defense here also has Rupture Count shenanigans and base power shenanigans. So yeah, just almost exactly the same character, but still really powerful character that just wants to press win rate and win every single clash. Her passive is even dumber than Outis's. Outis requires Mao and also requires Death Right on the enemy. Well, for Ryoshu, it's either or. If this unit has Strider, she deals more damage. If there's also Death Right, then she will do more. But otherwise, you're just already able to get one of the damage procs here. For Outis, she needs both. For Ryoshu, she just needs either this one, or sometimes both to get both of these deal more damage. So she's a bit more simpler. There's really not a lot of thought to pilot this Ryoshu. Well, there might be a little bit more thought to pilot this Outis, but fundamentally the running of these two characters is roughly the same. Just make sure you have a lot of Mao when you're about to use your skill 3 in particular, but skill 2 prefers to have some Mao here. This one, the Mao not so important because there's no multiplier here based on your speed, right? But either way, this is how the characters are run, and these characters are definitely very powerful characters. They are basically the Sanks, but for Rupture. So after they gave us burn characters, they gave us Bleed Gang, the Blood Fiends, they gave us Poise with the full stops and whatnot. Now we get a bunch of slashers who can basically just kill everything by themselves. I swear these characters cannot be bad once again. I saw Sangdon's kit with the glasses and I knew she was OP. This character is also going to be ridiculously strong. This one's also going to be ridiculously strong. So a lot of really good stuff here for these two characters. Definitely a must-get, I feel. Just the fact that Outis is free is kind of insane also, yeah. This character looks really powerful. And then Ryoshu is even more powerful than this one just because she's way more versatile, right? If you're not going to get your Death Right or Strider shenanigans, she still gets a bunch of this extra buffs over here. Either or, so more versatile. And then all this Clash Win shenanigans just means that you press win rate and you're doing the right thing already. Or for Outis, you just need to pilot it a little bit better by maybe not clashing them sometimes. Sometimes you just need to make sure that, oh, okay, I will use another person to clash this so that my Outis can apply more Rupture Count for the whole team and so on and so forth. Really cool stuff here. I really like the little differences between the two characters. Really very nice. Okay, so if I missed out on anything, feel free to let me know and I shall see you guys in the next video. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Bye bye.